An officer beside the railroad tracks discovered a hand standing upright among the gravel and immediately ran forward, only to see on the victim's finger hung a ring. To search for more clues, the officer began clearing away the gravel on the ground. Soon a dust-covered face appeared, frightening the officer until his face turned red. The officer immediately stood up and was horrified to discover on the railroad tracks lay a hex bolt, newspaper clippings, asbestos, and a small pile of white powder. Clearly the killer had other motives. Just then a train came speeding toward them. The officer couldn't care less and charged straight ahead, attempting to force the train to stop. When the train stopped, the driver shouted,
Are you out of your mind?
Shut off the engine, alright? There's been a homicide. I can't let you through.
The hot-tempered driver returned to the control room. Seeing that rain was about to wash away the clues left by the killer, the officer immediately took out his camera for evidence. After photographing the evidence, the officer found in the loose soil not far away a footprint. She placed a bill next to the footprint, then took a photograph. About 2 hours later, the body was excavated by police. The captain arrived at the crime scene.
You don't want to stop the train?
Yes, sir. I thought it might have disturbed the physical evidence.
So why not shut down Grand Central while you have it?
Not only did the officer not receive praise, but was severely reprimanded by the captain. The captain learned the victim was a millionaire who had just returned to America with his wife today by taxi, and then went missing. It turned out that last night, the millionaire had flown back to America with his wife, but after waiting for ages with no driver to pick them up, they hailed a regular taxi. Due to the long journey, both of them fell asleep. As dawn gradually broke, the woman suddenly woke up and hazily saw unfamiliar buildings outside. She sensed something was wrong and hurriedly reminded the driver he'd taken the wrong route. The driver heard but didn't respond. She had no choice but to wake her husband, claiming this wasn't the way home at all. If the driver wasn't lost, then he was deliberately taking them somewhere else. Upon hearing this, the millionaire became very angry, warning the driver he wasn't a tourist, ordering him to immediately turn around to Fifth Avenue. But the driver remained silent. The millionaire tried to force open the car door, but unexpectedly this method didn't work at all, so they could only think of solutions in the back seat.
Stop the goddamn car!
He's the smartest detective I've ever seen. 80% of New York's major cold cases, once analyzed by him, are basically all solved within 3 days. He's extremely strict about crime scenes, not allowing any officers to enter. This time he crawled alone toward the victim's body, but while he was collecting evidence suddenly, a beam fell, causing him to be paralyzed from head to toe. The career he loved could no longer continue. Right at this moment, a taxi driver suddenly appeared, not only murdering New York's millionaire, but also leaving incomprehensible evidence at the scene. No one could analyze the killer's purpose,